A lot of things have happened with Google and a lot of changes that are happening in the next 6 months, which we're going to talk about as we go through your examples, specifically as it relates to the different signals and the way Google is using feature snippets and people also ask and other things, which we'll go through in these examples.
Welcome to the webinar by the San Francisco Small Business Development Center and San Francisco Public Library. Let's fix your website. And today we have a special speaker here, Dennis Yu. And we have been running this webinar on a monthly basis. So if you want to rejoin next month, you're welcome to join. Then we will run it all the way through December for now. So if you are not familiar with SBDC, and we are a national program that provide technical assistance for small business owners in San Francisco. The program is hosted by the City and County of San Francisco, and we provide one-on-one business advising for free for small business. If you're interested in our service, you can sign up online at sfsbdc.org, and then you can sign up for the service. And the other host agency of the webinar is San Francisco Public Library. They have an amazing lineup of summer programs and also tons of online resources in addition to books they have. And I see the librarian is here, Kirsty, and feel free to say hi to everyone. And if you live in California, you can actually apply for a library card at the San Francisco Public Library. Then you can access to the amazing resources that the San Francisco Public Library can offer. Without further ado, Dennis, I think a lot of people are familiar with who you are. And then I will just allow you to introduce yourself and also I forgot. Very important thing. I have to read the disclaimer. The information provided in this webinar and any supplementary materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. No registrant should add or fail to add on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, or other professional advice specific to the situation. The San Francisco SBDC and its host, the City and County of San Francisco, specifically disclaims any liability, loss, or risk, professional or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, of the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar. And housekeeping items, recording will be sent out after the webinar. Chat features for discussion and idea sharing. If you have a shout out to someone, if you want to comment on somebody's presentation or information, just put in the chat box. But if you want to have your website review by our speaker today, please enter your website in the Q&A box. We will audit websites in the order it is entered in the Q&A box. We can enable attendees to talk when your website is being audited. So just if you want to talk, do raise your hand or message me in the chat box when it is your turn. So without further ado, Dennis, mic to you.
Thank you, Jessica. And thank you for the SBDC for hosting us in the San Francisco Public Library. I want to say we've done this a year now, and it's been a lot of fun auditing websites.
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Thank you. So that is some, what is the word for that? Like stick-to-itiveness, right? And I think that with entrepreneurship, a lot of us don't realize how much effort it takes, but also how much compounding interest there is when you have something that's working well to be able to get more. And the beauty of SEO is that something that's working well, we can get more out of it. And a lot of things have happened with Google and a lot of changes that are happening in the next 6 months, which we're going to talk about as we go through your examples, specifically as it relates to the different signals and the way Google is using feature snippets and people also ask and other things, which we'll go through in these examples. But I want you guys to understand how Google is, as we go through the, auditing people's sites, how Google is looking at your site so you can give Google the things that it wants. Okay. So Jessica, help us with the Q&A maybe, and just let me know who the folks are. I can just start with maybe Sandro. Does that sound good? And then if you can,
I was trying to address the first question. Can anyone type in the chat box? I'm not sure. I just typed in something in the chat box. I mean, I have no problem. Just want to make sure that everyone is okay to type in the chat box. But if not, let me know. But the first one is Sandro Flores.
Okay. And by the way, I think we're recording these, so you can always catch the replays, and we always go look at the comments to see what you guys are saying. And let me know before we start with Sandro, where are you from? And what is the biggest challenge you're dealing with? So first, just put in the chat, where are you from? So we can see where everyone's coming from. I'm in Las Vegas. Okay.
I think folks have problem in typing in the chat box.
The chat might not
It seems that only me and you can type. I don't know how to fix that, but I apologize if we can't.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know how to fix it. Maybe it's in the setting, but please bear with us if you can check today. But if you do want to talk, please raise your hand. We'll allow you to talk.
Okay, so here we go. Let's start with Sandro on Convection Kitchen, and let me share my screen. So Sandro, tell me more about how your website's performing for you.
My name is Sandro. I'm in San Francisco. I'm working with this other lady. She's the convection lady. She knows all about convection, and she worked in the industry for over 20 years. So I used to work with her, and then she had the idea of a website, teaching people how to use their convection ovens, because normally recipes are not, when chefs and people who write recipes, you never read that they reference their tools they cook with.
Okay.
So that's what we want to do with this website. How it is performing, it's picking up, but still not there in terms of clicks and or visitors.
Okay.
I think this past month we got 300 visitors, I think.
Okay, so 10 a day?
Right. Well, yes, exactly. It's 10 a day. Sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's more.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you have some features in SF. You're trying to get traffic to do what? How are you making money?
Okay, so we have the YouTube channel that is one that could maybe we focus on, just have a YouTube channel and just get more people subscribing and watching our videos. The other is their website is the companion, I guess. I'm not sure.
But how do you make money? Okay, great. Let's say you get more views, more clicks to the website. How are you making money? A website has to make money, right?
Right. Well, on one hand, we're hoping that if we get more people visiting, maybe we can get money through advertisement that we put on the website. Another area is that maybe we want to offer special either classes or advices on how to use your range via getting a paid subscription.
Okay.
And another thing that we're discussing is maybe we offer kitchen design consultations. And why we do that, we want to do that because, my background is in architecture and I work in the kitchen design field. I work for a French company. That's my part-time jobs. I work for La Bleu.
Okay.
And Larissa is the expert in the appliances, but also is the expert in how to, get the maximum benefits from a kitchen when it comes to where the appliances go, the circulations in the kitchen, what type of things we can use. So maybe that's another avenue that we're thinking. So I guess those are 3 areas.
Okay. So you're still working on the business model, which is a chicken and the egg, because you need to drive traffic in order to be able to sell consulting, kitchen designs, partnership with convection oven manufacturers, right? So looking at Google, we see that you rank number 13, which is the second page on convection oven steak. So I imagine the easiest way for you to drive traffic initially is by sharing recipes, which you have.
Yeah.
You have this on YouTube. Sizzling grilled sausages. That looks pretty good. Grilled pork chops, oven barbecue. So we can take your videos. Let's sort by the most popular. Wow, you have one. Introduction to convection cooking, 45,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
This one, 5,000. So you've got a bunch of videos, but if we look at the ones that got the most traffic, because right now we're looking at traffic because you don't have a direct checkout for anything. What is it about these videos that, Sandra, why do you think these videos are outperforming the other videos?
That's a good question. Convection cooking, if I go to the Google Trends, it's still a mystery in many, in the home appliances. For residential, it's more popular for restaurants and bakeries and stuff like that. But for the home users, people still don't know much about convection, except in New York on the East Coast and the West Coast, who are more in tune. Why is picking up truck? Why this video? Well, we think it's because it's, in a few minutes, it tells you all the benefits of convection. I believe this lady, she's very personable, when she knows how to communicate things pretty well when she does videos. I don't think she's the best writer for my point of view when she writes things, but she's very good at conveying the message.
Okay, good. So she's good on video. You guys have made a lot of videos. The whole, like Martha Stewart in the kitchen, Julia Child kind of thing she's got.
Right.
Notice that you have some of these. Can you see my screen here? Some of these, you are almost in position to be able to get traffic.
Right. So let me ask you a question. What does the 13 means? I know this is part of the SEO.
That means that, when you do a Google search on convection oven steak, you're in position 13, which is there's 10 results per page.
Oh, sweet.
Onto the second page. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
See, like we do a search on convection oven steak.
I see.
Let's see. Of course, there's, Live Strong, position 2, whoever these guys are.
Okay.
Give a video carousel. 3, how to cook steak. See, all these other people here, how to broil steak. These guys are ranked ahead of you, right?
Right.
So then the question is, how do we get higher up when people are searching on the keywords that we want? So that the whole point of SEO, which is search engine optimization, is I want to rank higher in the words that matter to me, right?
Yeah.
What are these other guys doing that I'm not doing? Well, this guy here, Chef Reader, they have a page and they have cooking steak in the title. They have cooking steak in the URL. They have more links than you have, and they have a domain rating of 8, and your domain rating is 2, and higher is better. But even these guys here, Every Food Lover, they have 0. They have a DR 0, and they don't have very much power. Actually, the website ranks on 3,000 keywords. You rank on, 400 keywords. So you don't have enough power to rank on this term, even though this has a keyword difficulty of 3, which is low, right? So on a scale of 1 to 100, how difficult is it? How much competition is there to rank on these cooking terms? Generally, ranking on cooking terms is relatively easy because the people that monetizing it are selling recipes or they're selling the equipment. And there's way more demand for people looking at recipes, especially with Alexa and voice search, where people are in the kitchen and, hey, how long do I cook the bell pepper in the oven? They're asking these kinds of questions. So you are getting some rankings here, but your site has so little power that you have a chicken and egg issue, right? You have a DR2, you have 86 links. So think of it as like juice that's being poured between different cups. And every website that links to you is pouring some juice to you. But these 86 links provide you so little juice. And let's see what the whole point of SEO is. You need signals. You need links that come from other people. So here you have a link from Domino, but that's a no follow link, which means no juice.
Right.
These guys here, best sites for salmon scallops, great recipes. They have a domain rating of 9. So there's no power and plus it's a no follow. No follow means no juice, no juice, no juice. How long to cook chicken thighs? Okay. So this site is actually the one that's giving you don't have many links, but this is the one that's giving you power. Mm-hmm. How long to cook chicken thighs in the oven? Okay. So here, this site links to you. And so basically it's like a vote. The more votes you get, the more power you have, then the more Google says, then Sandro's site or Larissa should rank higher when people search for this particular thing.
So this person or this site is linking to us?
Yeah, they're linking here. And they put it under click to visit. Right. That's what they're linking to. Okay. And their website is not even, it's a new site. Okay.
So I was going to ask you, our domain started in January 1st. So it's fairly new.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the problem is you don't have enough pages. And plus you built this site on Wix. You need to switch it to WordPress.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. Wix is terrible. I'm friends with the people at Wix. This is terrible. People want to argue with me. You can't argue with me on this. Anyone who knows how to do SEO will tell you Wix is terrible.
Okay, so WordPress, and so can I take the whole site with all the aesthetics the way I have it here to WordPress?
You can, but it doesn't really matter because that, the CMS, right? The content management system, whether it's Wix or WordPress or Drupal or whatever, is just it's like a bookshelf that you put your books into. So it doesn't really matter, how the container looks as long as people can get to the content.
Right. Okay.
I think you have way more power on YouTube than you do on the website. It may even be that YouTube, my guess is YouTube is what's driving the traffic to the website.
Right.
Plus, you don't have the different pixels so we can retarget and get analytics. So you have Google Analytics, so you can see basic web analytics, but you're missing lots of things. You basically don't have visibility on this website to see what's going on.
So, I'm not sure if I get that you're familiar with Wix. We have databases, that we connect all their pages. Can I do that on WordPress?
Yeah, there's different ways to do it. WordPress is just the one you want to start with. It just makes it easier. It just solves like 95% of the problems you already have.
Really?
Yeah. And then with Larissa as your figurehead, instead of you doing all the cooking, you want to build out her personal brand. I think her personal brand is what's going to drive your rankings to get more people learning about convection ovens. So from YouTube, you've got these recipes and all, and some of them may do well. But there's so many other people posting their cooking recipes. Right. I think the convection oven, things related to convection oven. See, look, so this one, introduction to convection cooking. Mm-hmm. If I see the other things that you're ranking for, they seem to have convection oven in there, which is what I would expect. But look, the thing that you're doing that's driving you the most traffic, not like this is a big term, but if I look at convection oven steak, what Google does, and this is what I want everyone to understand. I don't want to spend the whole time just on your thing here because I know we're running a little over.
Right? Yeah, no problem.
But I want you to look at this. So when I did a search on convection oven steak, you see this here. People also ask. It says, well, people who search convection oven steak, they also want to know, how do you sear a steak in the convection oven? Can you cook meat in convection? Can you cook a steak in a convection oven? How do I cook a ribeye? So because Larissa's better on video, have her make a 2 or 3 minute video answering each of these questions, right? Because this Google's literally telling you, because you already have a little bit of traffic coming on this term, how do you get more SEO? Create more content on these related terms. And here, there's other people that are already answering this question in video. So you should answer the question, right? As I start to look at more of these, this is what happens with Google. Then Google's showing me all these other related sorts of questions, right? So just start answering all the questions. Look at the questions that you want to rank on, that maybe you're starting to rank on, and then start making 2 or 3 minute videos. Could be direct to face, could be in the kitchen, where she answers these questions, right? That's the main thing you need to do. And then as you have these videos, because I'm telling you what things to make the videos on, Google's telling us, right?
Yeah.
Then I can look at this. Okay, so let's see what's going on.
But you can put other aromatics in the cavity.
Okay, so she's giving these tips. Awesome. So what you do is you take all of this and you take this video and you transcribe it into an article.
Into what?
Into an article.
I see.
Yeah. So then what I would do, I would take this URL, and there's different sorts of downloading tools that you can use, but I'll just come in and take this article, and then I can run it through other tools that will then automatically turn it into articles and transcribe it, right? So if I download this clip, I'll give it another second, it's almost there. So the whole point of ranking in Google and getting more traffic, which is what SEO is about, is I need to have this content in multiple places. So I cannot have it just on YouTube. I need to turn it into a blog post. I need to post on social media. I need to use it in different ways. So if I come here and I make a new post or new project, let's say Larissa.
So what do you use to do that, to transcribe that?
There's lots of tools, but we don't have time to go through that now. I just want you to know there's lots of tools that do this.
Sure.
So now I'm going to grab the file. I'm using Descript, but you can use whatever you like.
Descript, like D as in David?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Convection. Here it is. So here's this video, and we are now transcribing it. So it'll take a few minutes. So the transcription is when we grab all the words off of it, and we will turn it into an article, right? So all this will be here. So you want to do this anytime you make a video, you want to transcribe it and turn it into a blog post. So then let's say that this will be done in just a minute. But then we turn it, let's say that Larissa has a blog and it's on WordPress. Then I would come over here and I would make a new post, and I'd literally just take all the same things that I had before, such as, what was this thing called? Convection oven. All you need to know about convection ovens. What was this called? Convection roasting tips. Okay. Roasting tips. What was it? Thanksgiving turkey. Okay. This is easy to do, right? You can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So now it's like a cooking show. Okay, good. Now I have this here. See, look.
Many benefits to roasting your turkey and preparing your oven side dishes in convection. Now, first is when you roast a turkey in convection.
Okay, so now now this is an article, right? So I take all this and I make it an article here, right? A guest, post by my friend, whatever it is. But you see, and then I'm going to come in here, then I'll insert an image, insert a video clip, right?
So this is then WordPress, huh?
This is WordPress, yeah. So I go through all this and then I'll say convection oven. That's the one I want to roasting. Oh, look, it's already suggesting all these other things that I might want to do, right? Roasting. Okay. So right now, this has a score of 11 out of 100. I want to try to get the score up to like 85 or 90. And they're telling me, what do I need to do? Well, I'm not using the keyword in the meta description. I have other sorts of errors. I need to embed videos. There's lots of things I need to do to make this friendly. And there's, you could use Yoast. I'm using Rank Math. There's lots of WordPress plugins that when you make these articles, they give you these little tips along the way on how to make the post better so Google likes it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So there's things here I just pasted this in, so I need to make this a little bit better. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
So just to summarize, take the videos that you have, turn every one of them into an article, convert the site from Wix to WordPress, repurpose this into the social media, because you have some of these, Larissa looks like she's on social media. Make videos based on people also ask, based on things that you want. Get your Facebook pixel, just like you have your Google Pixel in place, and you'll start getting more traffic. That's probably the easiest thing that you could do. You have great content, it's just not being seen by people because you're not ranking on the keywords you care about because you're not repurposing the content. Does that make sense? Oh, and the guy who linked to you, his website doesn't even work. Oops. Yeah, you have a good start. So you just started the site in January. Now you just got to keep going. There's just not that much right now on Larissa. So you got to build her personal brand and build things related to convection oven, meat, roasting, this kind of thing. All right.
Yeah, thank you. As a reminder, please, if you do want your website to be reviewed by a speaker, please enter them into the Q&A box, not the chat box. I saw that, Sarah, you did that, and I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correctly, Areli, the pizza place. Yes, please do enter them in the Q&A box so we can track. Next person is Alex, but I don't see Alex here in our attendees anymore. Alex, are you there? Alex Barrels? If not, we'll just maybe put the audit of his website the last. Next is Julie. It's not published yet, but it has a link. Julie, I just allow you to talk. You can unmute yourself if you would like to talk.
There's Julie. She's got a Shopify site with beauty products, got a coupon at the top. So this looks like a standard shopping site. And the key is you have to be able to drive traffic. There's so many sites that sell beauty products. And of course, we're competing against Amazon. So rather than just have these beauty products and this stock art here, which anyone can put up a site like this and have these pictures, you need to have some kind of expertise, some kind of differentiator. So maybe your story, why would they want to buy here versus somewhere else? Are these your products or are these products that you are reselling? It's pretty clear what we want to do with e-commerce. You got to publish it so we can start to see, oh, here we go. Here's her story. So that's great that you have this text here and you have a story where, most commercial products, they hurt your skin. And, I can make recommendations on what, like I'm pretending I'm Julie. I'm not Julie. I don't know anything about skincare, but like, hey, as a girl who has black skin, I know certain, these products work better than those products. And here's what you need to know. So this is great that you have this. Now turn it into a video. Use social media to then drive traffic here. And in particular, I think, Julie, you should try TikTok. Share your beauty tips, one tip at a time in 15 seconds, vertical videos, meaning selfie style on your phone, and use the TikTok ads, use TikTok posts that you then boost to drive traffic to your site. And maybe, even with like Instagram shopping and whatnot, see if we can find you. It's hard to find you, Julie. Are you the Salesforce person? But with beauty products, you have to tie it to a personal brand. I mean, look at what, Khloe Kardashian or whoever's doing. It's not because her products are necessarily better. It's because she's built a personal brand. So I imagine maybe you have some other people in your community and you can interview them and they can show little 15-second videos like makeup tips and talking about skin and just little selfie sorts of videos. If you can make these videos, take those videos, put them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, like sharing tips. Yes, exactly. Imagine you're with other customers or friends of yours and you're sharing these beauty tips. That's what's going to drive people to the site. I don't think there's anything wrong with the site in and of itself. Your issue is going to be driving traffic to the site.
So the next one is Lisa Duffy.
Lisa's got a pop-up here. And this is one of those things people argue about, but generally I wouldn't put a pop-up until 10 seconds in or whatnot. You can determine when the pop-ups are. Get first-class service. Okay. Professional mobile, notary, and fingerprinting services in Elk Grove. Okay, cool. I have some friends in Elk Grove. I have a chiropractor friend in Elk Grove. DBA of London Francis King. All right. And this looks like a new site, right?
Yes, it's only a couple months old.
Okay. So you don't have any SEO power yet, meaning you don't rank on any keywords. No one's linking to you, which is totally normal for a new site. So the chicken and egg is, how do we get more traffic here? What is it you want to rank on? Notary services, Elk Grove?
Yeah, well, that's what I built first. And the fingerprinting is on its way.
Okay. Do you have a physical location? Or
No, I'm mobile. I have a registered agent address, but I'm mobile.
Okay. So you have 4 reviews and you're putting it all under this GMB profile, right?
Yeah. The fingerprinting officially starts next month.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for my equipment.
So we'll say,
and that's not the picture, just a side note, that's not the picture that I want to show. I had a professional picture showing there first, but then when I added additional pictures, it switched it to that. I don't know how to put it back to the main picture.
yeah, you just need to manage your GMB better, which is totally okay when you have a new site. All right, you have these other reviews, Google reviews. What is this site built with anyway? Oh, use the GoDaddy website builder. Okay. I like GoDaddy. They're a friend of ours, but I don't like their website builder.
Oh, okay.
Really recommend WordPress. Let's see. Fingerprint. So the main thing you want to push is fingerprinting, which you're launching soon.
Yes.
Live scan mobile fingerprinting. So I don't know anything about fingerprinting. Like who wants fingerprinting? Do they have to go to a place? What's the difference with mobile fingerprinting? Oh, according to this, there's a rule for this. Oh, okay. So I don't know what the rules are. And then being a minority owned business, that's an advantage that you can use. What percent of your business would you expect is going to be from corporations that do like the, hiring minorities or contracts where you can leverage that? Like larger companies versus consumers? Or
I'm hoping for it to be at least 70 to 80%. I'm registered and I'm working with PTAC. I'm able to bid on contracts now. She's walking me through that.
Okay, great. And so these are the kinds of businesses that need to fingerprint their employees to comply with this new rule.
Yes.
Have you done any webinars or articles or anything explaining what the impact is and why it's important to get fingerprinted? What's the penalty if you don't do it? All that kind of stuff.
I haven't done anything except build this right here. Like I said, I was approved by the DOJ, so I'm waiting for my equipment, which should be here the first week of August.
Okay.
But I do want to do a lot of outreach so that I can line up appointments before it gets here.
Yeah. Do you have, even though your stuff isn't here, do you have maybe some success stories, or maybe you went through some training that you can talk about, or you have employees, or what can we talk about your business that demonstrates trust and shows people shows you in action? That's what we really want to show.
The only in action I could show would be notary work at this point, loan signings and general notary work.
It sounds like from what you're saying that's a completely different business than other businesses want to get fingered. They're completely different customers.
Not necessarily, because a lot of people who need need things notarized also need background checks and vice versa. But they can be separate. They're in the same realm, sort of under legal services a little bit.
Okay.
In most places you go that do notary work also offer fingerprinting and vice versa.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of other people that do the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do a search here. So these are kind of competitors of yours. So the question is, what are these people doing? Elk Grove Mobile Notary Services. Pretty obvious what they're trying to do for SEO. When you see people who have business names like that, it's very obvious they're trying to do this for Google Maps, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of these guys. Okay. But they're not actually that competitive. Okay.
Why did you say that?
because they don't have very much in terms of reviews, and their GMBs aren't built out. Like this one, Terrell's Mobile Notary.
What's GMB?
Google My Business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry for using a bunch of acronyms. That's kind of this is what we do all day, is helping people rank inside Google. Okay.
I do have a Google business page, but the last I checked, it was on the second page of what you're doing, but I don't see it anymore.
Yeah. Well, the joke is, where do you hide a dead body? On the second page of Google.
And that's one of the reasons why I named my company with the number 1, because I know numbers usually come first when you're going in alphabetical order.
Not
or in
anymore.
order.
It used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
So here's what you got to do. How many people do you have going around? Is it just mainly you?
It's just me.
Okay, great. Even better. So do you think that you could do some selfie videos of you saying, hey, I'm on my way to do this notary for so-and-so. Oh, I just got back from doing somebody where they needed a loan signing, or I just did this or that, or I'm at the Starbucks near so-and-so, like just a little day in the life where we show what you're doing and what it's like. Do you think you can make a bunch of little 1-minute videos like that?
Yeah.
Do that, put them on this site. You can keep it on GoDaddy for now, but you're going to want to move to WordPress. And then you're going to cross-post those videos. And a lot of them are going to be sharing expertise. You're going to be honoring a customer, or so happy that well, with their permission, of course, so happy that so-and-so just got their loan on this house, or so, they signed the document to approve the whatever their business deal. And then people will get a sense of who you are. Because this here, where it's like, okay, here's, some stock art of a Black female. Like that's not you, right? That's just some stuff. You can tell this is like some fake picture, right? But you get a sense of what you're like, and then people will choose you, and you'll get more repeat customers. You're going to get more referrals, because I imagine, like, once people know that you're the one for the notary, plus you go visit them and all that, like, why would they ever go to someone else? And you'll get way more referrals. And then if you're up for this, a lot of these customers of yours will be happy if you say, like, hey, what's the occasion? Oh, well, we just closed on this deal. Like, oh, that is so awesome. Can we make a 30-second video honoring you that I can share on social media? And most of the time they say yes.
Okay.
I'm here with Tony, and Tony just got, this one thing. And then Tony's like, yeah, I just got a new house, or I just got whatever it is. Like, so glad to have Tony as a customer for our mobile notary service. Right. And that's it. That's simple. You say, hey, I'm here with Tony and here to celebrate such and such. Point the phone at them. They say their thing. You say, hey, this is, then you say who you are, right? This is Lisa, and I've been doing this for 8 years, or whatever it is you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Contact
and you're
me,
saying,
Memento, right?
Right. And you're saying put these videos on my website, or where?
Put them everywhere. You want to put them on your, here, I'll show you a little document that I've been working on here. You want to put them on all your socials. So it's not this one here, but basically you're going to take that video and you're going to post it just like it is to your Google My Business, which is your Google Maps listing. Post it to your YouTube, post it to your Facebook, post it to your Instagram, post it to, like, literally just post it everywhere. So you're not having to make things just for TikTok or just for Twitter or just for whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when you do that, that creates more signals. So what Google's looking for is, who's Lisa Duffy? And if I see this Lisa Duffy on Twitter, is this website that's Get First Class Service, is this Google Maps listing, is this YouTube video, a channel, that then Google associates all those entities together into Lisa Duffy. And then whenever someone does a search on, mobile notary or mobile fingerprinting services, and they see all this content that you've made that's distributed across all these other Google and non-Google channels, that's called entity stacking, right? Or some people call it Google stacking. So there's so many signals to the search engine that are talking about what you're doing as you're doing your mobile notary and fingerprinting, that's what's going to help you rank better in Google. And these other guys are like, this is great news, because these other guys aren't doing very much. So you should be able, with the 2 months of work, you should be able to beat all these other guys out.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, if I do a search on mobile notary, Elk Grove, same day mobile notary. All right, here's this guy. You can also run ads too. Run ads for a couple bucks a day. So this guy, we just looked at this guy we looked at. Let's see all right, not directions, website. Mobile Notary Public, Elk Grove. Put their phone number here. Okay. Look, they're doing the same thing you are. It's all fake. SAC Notary Public. Okay. $15 plus travel fee, 916. So I can tell they're trying to SEO for this, because they have 916 all over the place, right? They they don't rank on anything either. They get very little. Oh, actually, wow, they have no Google juice, but somehow they got all these links and they rank on these 21 keywords. Where are these links coming from? I bet you they paid for some like $10 SEO service. Oh, I see what they did. Oh, okay. This makes sense. So this is your number one competitor, I guess, because I clicked on the first thing, right? So what they did was they got themselves listed in all these other directories.
Okay.
These are the yellow pages. What's Farmers Agency? Yeah. So if you get listed in all these other directories, this is another directory, Mobile Notary Public Blogspot. Okay. So Blogspot is Google's free blogging tool. So they created a thing here. So you can do that too. You can have your website and still have this thing here. This is another directory, a lot of directories. So either probably you should start, just go to all the different places that competitors are listing, or all the social networks, and just go claim your listing, right? And put in all the information, fill it out, put in pictures of yourself. Don't put in art nonsense like this fountain pen signature thing. Like, don't do that's like a caricature, basically, right? You want to show that people will choose you not because there's a beautiful Mont Blanc fountain pen, but because this is Lisa, and I know Lisa is going to show up. It's fun to work with her. She's on time. She's good to work with, like that's the thing. And then when you build relationships, I imagine like with the mortgage broker or whatever, they're going to use you every time because the repeat business, right? Because they know you. It's just, right? They're the one you do business with. Yeah. It's like you can see what these guys are doing. Yeah. Very easy. Just get yourself listed in all these other places, make tons of 1-minute videos, repost those videos to these other places, and then you will start getting way more traffic in Google Maps, and you won't be stuck on the second page or even further back. So I'd encourage you, Lisa, if you do this, I think you're going to be surprised with how quickly you can build traffic, and then come back next month and let us know how it's going. Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you click to bring up that list of like all the directories that other company was in or on?
So there's lots of tools that you can use, but I would say if you just look at, let's say, Notary Public, I'll just do it. Notary Public near me. Okay. I'm in Las Vegas today, and like whatever shows up in Google basically tells you what directories are worth showing. So you can see, first off, showing up inside your Google My Business listings, the most important one, because Google is going to prefer their own things. But let's see what else there is. Oh, UPS Store. Well, they're a competitor. Yelp. Well, clearly build out your profile there. There's a competitor, Notary Henderson. So you're looking at all the directories. What are the directories? I don't really think SnapDocs is one that you'd want to do that for, but okay, apparently, I guess doctors still need things notarized. Shows how much I know. Thumbtack, yeah, that's a directory. That's a competitor. But, Yellow Pages, whatever. There's so many different directories. There's ads here. Bank of America. You're not going to beat them. Let's see. AAA. This is like your first class, or, putting the A or the 1 in it. Yellow Pages, that's a directory. Put in all the directories. Let's say, I think I got a list of them. Local directories to list my business for free. There's lots of people who've written articles. Well, Yext will try to charge you $10 a month, which actually isn't bad. Yelp will try to charge you, but do the free listing on all these ones first, because it's not, this Notary Public thing in Sacramento, Elk Grove is not highly competitive. Blogspot, that's easy. Here's the list. Here's more of them. So somebody wrote a blog on HubSpot listing the 50 ultimate online. Okay, here they are. Great.
Okay.
So it's a little bit, at least it's a little tedious, but you only got to get it done once. But just go to these things and just list yourself. And you're in the Better Business Bureau and all that. That's great, right? There you see Yellow Books. You see these ones, right? Just get them all in place.
Okay.
And basically, it's all the social networks, right? The social networks and directories are all kind of the same thing. Yeah. Do that and get Google Analytics on your site so we can see where that traffic's coming from. Let me show you one last thing too, because we have a lot of people that are local businesses. All right, watch this. But you've never seen this before in a webinar. So I'm going to switch to this one. Actually, I'm going to move to, I've got so many of these. I've got hundreds of these because we have data on so many different, so, come in and audit other people's businesses. All right, let's look at any of these local businesses and see. So when you do things right, let me show you what it'll look like, okay?
Okay.
So this is, do you want to look at a hotel, look at an eye care place, look at a home loans place? Let's look at this one. This is an eye doctor, okay? This guy's a Phoenix eye doctor. And because he's making lots of posts, he's got lots of photos, he's got lots of reviews, there's all this stuff, right? You want to be taking those videos and pictures and whatever it is, anything you post to Facebook, cross post to your Google My Business, cross post, just treat all the social networks in whatever places is the same. Okay.
Okay.
So in the last month, 9,000 people have searched and found this eye doctor here in Phoenix. So he's doing very well. And you can see he's showing up mostly in map searches. So people that are doing searches, maps are part of search, but it could also show up when people say glaucoma or lenses or getting new sunglasses or, whatever, prescription contacts, all these things, right? He's showing up here and it shows where these people are coming from. So this is where his office is. People can come in and get eye exams and eye surgery and all sorts of things, right? But they're even coming from further away. And you can see here, you see these 3 actions here, these 3 action types.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look at this every couple of weeks or so, and you want to see where these are. So you can see calling you, that's usually pretty good. I mean, you're mobile, so I would imagine they would want to call you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to request directions because that's when they come visit your location and then visit the website. Those are good. So the first and the last of these 3 are the ones you care about. So this eye doctor had 553 actions. Think of them as leads in the last month. So it's like 20 a day, right? That's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see where they're coming from. You can even see the phone calls. This is all free by Google, by the way. Look, here's all the phone calls that his office has gotten today. It's great, right? Missed call, right? So we're actually seeing what the benefit is of building a stronger Google profile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have one thing that it makes it a little bit harder for you, and that's because you don't have a physical office. So you are what's called a service area business. So service area businesses they have, a bunch of vans that go around and maybe repair roofs or mobile locksmiths or you like mobile notary. So it's always better if you can to have an actual office. And sometimes people will do it by doing a co-working thing or a mailboxes, et cetera, that's located in the city center. So maybe in the center of Elk Grove or maybe even Sacramento, if you have business all the way out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a physical location, then when you update your Google My Business profile, you have to uncheck the box on show my address. So
I have a registered agent address. It's a physical address. I'm just never there. So should I use that?
Yeah, use that as long as it can receive mail.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, because what Google will do, because there's a lot of spammers that are trying to create a bunch of fake listings all over the place, is they'll send a postcard there or they'll call the number and give you a verification code. And then you have to put that verification code into your thing to activate that profile.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job, Lisa. Want to take maybe 1 more, 2 more? What do you say, Jessica?
Yeah, definitely. We can take 2 more, but we will go through Alex's website really quickly.
Okay. Alex, you here?
Not the next one is Alex. I don't think Alex is
Another
here.
Ariel? Who do you want?
Sarah.
That's
Hi,
me.
Sarah.
I'm actually in Peru. This is Toby. I'm
And I'm
actually
in California and San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
I'll let Toby do the talking because he does the website.
Okay. Oops, I accidentally closed it.
and I'm in Peru doing it now. Yeah.
Where in Peru are you?
In the central Andes in a low valley at 6,000 feet.
Okay. I've been to Lima and Machu Picchu multiple times.
We're in the middle of the country.
Altitude's not my thing, even chewing the matcha and whatever. All right. So this looks like a older site. You've been around since 2013?
Yes, it is an older site. I just kind of like it, and I don't have the time to make a whole new one, and it's working.
So you've made 63 updates since May 4th, 2013. So congrats on having an age site. So you see here, you've made 63 updates since 2013. I have lots of different tools, right? That's pretty cool. All right. So now if we look back at the site, okay. So you see here, these little icons here, like for Gmail and Google Docs and Facebook and all that.
Right.
YouTube, you don't have one.
You're right. I know. And I don't know why.
Because it's a fav icon. You need to put a fav icon there in place with whatever you're using for the website.
So I got to find that somewhere in the.
Yeah, it's always like, oh, you're using 1-in-1. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, this is old school.
Well, I've got another one, newer 1-in-1 also for a club.
Okay, wow, I've not heard 1-in-1 for 10 years. I didn't even realize they're still around. Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. That's cool. You're an OG.
Yeah, I really want to get that icon in. And the other thing too is See up in the corner, it says not secure. What's that about?
Yeah, that's a big problem. So any major website on the internet is by default secure, and their entire website is secure. It's called site-wide SSL. So name a major website. Name a website that you would visit every day or whatever it is. Any website. Name one.
That I visit every day? Well,
Amazon.
Amazon.
Not every day, but no. Yeah.
Or whatever, like a common website. So you see here the lock.
Right.
That means the site is secure. And it used to be 10 years ago that you only put the lock when you were collecting a credit card or when there was like some secure transaction that's occurring.
Right.
But now, now is in over the last 10 years, your entire site needs to have the lock on it.
I don't sell through the site. I mean,
right. But
I don't do any monetary selling on the site itself.
Let me tell you what's changed. You need to have, even if you're not selling, even if it's just some personal blog, it needs to have this, even if you're not collecting information at all.
Because people are going to worry.
Well, not only that, but if you don't do it, your analytics are garbage. You have no idea where any traffic's coming from. The entire internet by default, and Google had a whole presentation on it. I've done multiple presentations on it where the Google engineers are basically saying your entire site needs to be SSL, just end of discussion. If you don't want to do that, you might as well not be on the internet, right? Because you don't care about where your traffic comes from, or you don't care about.
I'm still getting traffic, but
but you don't know where it's coming from.
So how do we make it secure?
So you need a site-wide SSL certificate, and you can probably get it from 1&1, and they'll charge you. There's many places to get it. It doesn't have to be from your host.
What's that cost usually?
$50 a year, something like that. And let's see. But if you want to get it for free, 1&1 SSL coupon. What is this? You can use Let's Encrypt, which is the same thing. You get it for free. Here's a coupon. Komodo. Yeah, Komodo sells these $6 a year. But this one, Let's Encrypt, there's no catch for it being free. It's just free.
Okay.
Nonprofit. So this is the most popular one that people go to is to Let's Encrypt and just get a free one.
And they can do it to my website. Do I have to give them some sort of special permission?
Well, you have to go. So an SSL certificate is verifying that this site is yours. And you are the one who's behind it. So you have to upload some information to demonstrate that it's yours. Right.
Okay.
And then they give you a certificate that you can use, working with your host to basically put the lock on a subdomain, on the entire site, on multiple sites that you own. I would put it on, because what you're doing with this travel and tourism business, I would do it just for this one. And then if you have your club site or whatever, do it for that other one. You don't want to, you basically want one SSL certificate per site generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where do I go to try to get that icon?
Oh, the fav icon. Well, it depends on how it's hosted. What is this platform?
I guess I could call the 1&1 and ask them.
Yeah, I mean, I literally would just do this, change fav. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Here it is. Okay. Well, 101 is Ionos now. Is that who they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's their help on how to do it. Freaking Google it. There it is. So
okay, I'm taking a screenshot.
There it is. Take a screenshot of this. Settings, fav icon. Yeah, it's every website management, every website building platform has this one thing where it's like 3 clicks deep, and then you can just come in and upload your, whatever JPEG or thing is you have here. Okay, and it's really just an annoying little thing, but it's just nice to have, right? I mean,
right.
Why not just have it there, right? It's not like it makes a big difference, but why not?
And people don't have it as their most common websites that they look at necessarily, but I do because I go into it.
But subconsciously, when people are looking, if it doesn't have one, then they're like, oh, well, the site's missing something.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you want to get more people to book these tours or whatever you have in Peru and whatnot, and you rank on top Iquitos motorcycle tours, Peru motorcycle rental. What drives your business anyway? Referrals, search, TripAdvisor?
Referrals. All of our customers allow me to give their information to others about how their trip went. Mostly what we do is we build local motorcycles for them to travel all of South America themselves. That's what we're doing mostly now.
That's like a real motorcycle diaries. That's awesome.
So, I mean, what we do is we sell them time because it takes, 6 to 8 weeks to get all the paperwork in order and the license plate. And we actually get new bikes and we take them apart and then put them back together so they won't fall apart. We also have possible tours, but we only receive them from groups. We don't do, one person, try to make a tour out of it. So there's a lot of communication. by the time we get someone out the door on their motorcycle traveling around South America, and we're with them and translate for them. We're on WhatsApp with them all over South America, whatever need they have, they call us. It's a full package thing where they can walk up to us, sign a paper right away, ride back, drop the motorcycle off, and sign a paper. We sell it for them. We send them their money. It's a purchase and buyback thing. That's the biggest.
Oh, you have a whole process around this. Okay. Well, why don't you document that? Or maybe you have this here, but let's see.
That's the biggest thing, the purchase and buyback. Yeah. Now, one thing is an old website, and it's just long, and instead of bopping it to all separate pages and all kinds of things, we just got all in one whole long thing. But
what you need to do is just, you can break it out into different pages, but literally, if you make a video that's like a behind the scenes, TV travel adventure kind of thing where you're like narrating parts of it. And plus, since all of these adventurers are happy to share what they're doing, if you just made this sort of, like what are these like TV shows where you follow people on the Great Adventure Race? Or
right. Well, on the homepage, I have a whole slew of videos from other people that have done trips and one with me sharing what it's all about. And on the homepage farther down, there's some videos from other people that.
But you need a main one that's a compilation of all of these. Otherwise, these are kind of random. So that way, they fit in different aspects.
There I am talking about what we do, and
Dennis, how long would you suggest that sort of behind the scenes video be? 5
to 7 minutes.
Okay.
And in there, you reference parts of your process and how do you plan it, and what are the different areas that you can go to, and here's like a shorter trip versus a longer trip, or how do you customize these trips? And
I really need to write something, because I spend 2 hours with every customer coming through and tell them all the same thing. I need to somehow.
That stuff you don't want to be repeating yourself over and over again. So whatever it is that you keep having to repeat, put it here so you don't have to keep repeating it. Then by the time they talk to you and schedule a 15-minute Zoom call or whatever, they already know what the basics are. And then you should have like a 1-page map, like checklist. Here's what you need to do to plan your ideal trip. And that way, content on each of those different bullet points. And then they can ask you questions around any one of those particular items, instead of you have to personal concierge, talk them through the whole thing, explain everything over and over again about the buying back the motorcycle at the end or whatever, right?
Right. So I've got a 4-page agreement for the contract part of it, but all the things, how to deal with police, how to deal with border crossings, how to all those things, how to be safe and all those kind of things.
I put it on YouTube.
But I kind of need them. Yes. But I kind of need some kind of thing where they sign off that, yes, I have read this. Yes, I have watched this video. Yes, I have. And that's a liability thing too. I really need to have them do that.
Yeah. That's, like a DocuSign, and then some very lightweight, marketing automation system like a Keep or a HubSpot or something, just so you can process all that stuff. So you don't have, you understand there's tools and automation that you can use instead of you having to be the
right. I realize. And even for the signing and stuff, I've started doing that with Adobe, and I send them a document, they sign it, send it back to me, and it never was physical.
Yeah, like EchoSign, DocuSign. Yeah, Adobe's got whatever the name of their thing is. Yeah.
Dennis, how about the exposure? Because like Toby said, referrals, a lot of things come in by referral, but a lot of people are searching. They have found us just by searching motorcycling in Peru.
Yeah. So then when we look at your site, I can tell this one's yours because there's no fav icon. So you rank on a bunch of these keywords. We looked at this a second ago, but let's see. Top Iquitos motorcycle tours.
Those aren't me.
They are, right? Yeah.
No, those are not me.
These are not you?
Oh, well, I don't know how Iquitos got tied to us. That's a city in the northern jungle.
But doesn't that mean they mentioned Toby's site?
Yeah, somehow. Or somehow your website, Google thinks that you're...
Well, they put those words in, and then it pulled up my website.
I mean,
probably because motorcycle tours, Peru. I don't know. Iquitos, Peru.
Let's see. So let's do a search here. Okay. Hang on a second. My thing's messed up here. Let's look at the search features. Mediator, TripAdvisor. There you are. Number 6.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, see, you wouldn't even know. Like, you just need to know, like, what are these keywords? Because people are looking for these things, and you're ranking on, see what's got the highest volume. Patagonia motorcycles.
Well, that's a whole nother country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TVIP. Okay.
Somebody looked me up by Toby Tours.
So this is one of the motorcycles like 250 or 300.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what people are coming in on. So whatever is decently good, just make
any of those words that I'm not presently using, I should add in, right?
Yeah. And the other thing too is that I think you already know this, but you need with SEO, every web page should go after only one term. So you don't have you have too many pages that are trying to rank on multiple things, right?
Too many pages. What do you mean?
So you need to split out some of these pages into more pages, basically.
Oh, okay.
Suspend your temporary vehicle import permit. Okay. So you probably, if people are searching on this, what stage are they?
These are people that have their own motorcycles. They're traveling. They need to leave their motorcycle behind. It's sort of the motorcycle's visa needs to be stopped so they can go home, work and then come back later. And we process those.
Is that a common? What's the most common thing people are searching on before they talk to you?
The motorcycle purchase and buyback thing down there.
This one.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
This is the thing that when they do searching around this, that's someone you want to talk to. Okay. So motorcycle purchase and buyback, Peru, right?
Right.
Because I'm assuming they've decided they want to go to Peru. Have they decided where to go?
Yeah, a lot of them try to, start in Colombia, finish way down on the tip of South America, but then they can't sell the motorcycle. So they got to kind of decide on a country that they're going to go from and come back to in order to be able to resell the motorcycle.
Okay, so have they decided that, or do they need to talk to you when you tell them that? Or
no, they're looking for that. That's a thing now.
Okay.
So Dennis, you said there are too many pages, or there's not enough pages.
You need to split out. You need to have more pages because every one of these.
I have it separated by the different services, but maybe some of those, especially like purchase and buyback, needs to be broken down into about 12 pages, probably.
Yeah. So this is a site structure issue. So you want to structure your website around whatever the most important terms are.
I thought maybe I would do that when I go to a newer style website.
Yeah, actually, that's right. That makes sense. I think just move it into WordPress, and you can set pages inside WordPress that then have other pages in them, or your main categories. Categories and tags are another way to do it.
Right.
You've got great content. You just need to make more video content, and then take the stuff that you have in your Facebook group or whatnot, get it into YouTube, embed YouTube videos inside the site just so you can get more search features.
Well, it's limited on how many things I could do, but I do use the contact forms quite a bit.
Okay. Contact forms.
Well, at the very end of each of these sections, there's a thing that they can fill out and send me information or ask about that specific area.
Okay. Oh, this here. Okay.
So should we move the videos up on the homepage?
I'd really want to see the analytics on this. It's hard to tell. Because even though it's an ugly site, I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I mean, maybe this
the kinds of people, they're very special kind of people. They're the low budget, want to do South America on a budget.
Crocodile Dundees of motorcycling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you certainly get that vibe just by seeing what these folks are doing. Oh, Cusco, my favorite tourist spots.
Do you ride, Dennis?
I ride with my friends. I'm not very good.
Toby's a great teacher. Boy, do we have stories.
I believe you. So where are those stories? I want to see these stories.
Well, we let the other people tell the stories, and we link to their different websites or their different blogs and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think you need to have a section here where people can see, other stories. Like you just embed them too. As people
maybe just do one button that takes them to a different page that has everyone else's blogs.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah. And also have them. I imagine you have their blogs linking to you, right? Talking about, well, you don't have any links coming to you really, but
they mention me. I don't know if they link me.
Well, mentioning is still good with these domains that link to you.
You can ask them to link to you though, son.
Yeah.
You should. That'll help you a lot. And that drives more referrals and social proof.
I really only want about 50% more. Well, 50% more than we had in 2019. We really don't want to get bigger than that. Okay. We're just coming back to that now, but we hadn't because no one traveled during COVID, of course, and we were dead for 20 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, things are coming back. So that's good. So you have a lot of people that are talking about you, but you just need to get more of these. Everything you're doing is good. You just got to do it a little better. You provide a great experience. You have a lot of knowledge. You just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So we've got to use marketing automation for that.
Scroll back up just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Keep going. Stop. What's that? Chlamydia. Right there in
The
the
wife
green.
takes on, it's somebody else's blog.
But chlamydia?
I stayed with Toby and Sarah at this place. They link to you.
Just be careful. Chlamydia, isn't that a sexually transmitted disease?
That's one page, one day of their blog. Has nothing to do with us.
But it looks weird.
I know.
Yeah.
Good heavens.
But it's a forum though, right? So no,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
Okay, sorry. It just caught my eye as you were scrolling.
I saw that
by.
too. I'm like,
Never
okay.
seen that before.
Yeah. So the main thing for your SEO is the amount of juice you have is super low. You have a 3. So you need a few sites that have higher power to link to you. So if we look at like my site, I have a 62 or 61, which is orders of magnitude higher than anyone else we've seen here when we're doing this stuff. Here's mine. I have a 61. So every 10 points higher is an order of magnitude better. It's not like a 60 is a little better than a 50. It's 10 times stronger.
Oh,
So
wow.
we take yours like a 3 to a 13 to a 23 to a 33 to a 43 to a 53. I'm at 61. So I'm 10,000 times more powerful than your site. So
Right, but usually you have to pay for that.
now, well, you can, but that'll also get you in trouble. So I don't recommend ever paying.
So are you recommending, Dennis, I heard you say to some other people, they really needed to get visibility on Twitter and TikTok and those other young
But here's
people.
what I want you to do. Write up a little summary of what we talked about today. This is a little bit meta, but I promise you this will work.
I have.
Write a summary of what we've taught. Yeah, you're taking great notes. You're getting free consulting. Why not? Right? Courtesy of the SBDC, and talk about what you've learned and some of the specific things that you're going to do to be able to improve your web presence and how your business, which is you're operating the business great, but your digital marketing, of course, needs a little love. And this is what we see. This is usually what happens with businesses. And write about what some of those differences are, not as a testimonial. I don't need any of those, but as a way to help other tour operators, other people who are, in travel and tourism, understand what they need to know about digital and how it's featuring customer stories. It's about how, like, the process of educating somebody and answering questions and filling out form, how you can, instead of you having to repeat yourself over again, how we can use automation to do that. And how you found where the fav icon was. Like, just write an article about what you learned. I'll put it here on this blog, and that will give you a DR61 link that will immediately improve your rating from whatever, like a 2 to much higher.
Okay.
Like a 10 maybe, just from that. And you'd otherwise have to pay $1,000 for that to get a link that you'd have to buy, but I'll give it to you for free.
Wow.
Exchange,
Okay.
but you have to write an article that's worth sharing with other business owners who are facing the same issues that you face. Deal?
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
Cool. And I'll make that offer for anyone else where we're auditing their stuff, right? Or maybe you're listening and you didn't get a chance to get audited. If you write a summary of the key points that you hear us talk about here, and then every month, and that's like an actual, here's 5 things to look for, whatever it is. And you take screenshots from this video as we're looking at actual examples, then I'll publish that. How's that?
Okay.
That's the way to do SEO.
Thank you so much. I have a bunch of people just arrived for a meeting and I got to go, but thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dennis. Will you
guys
put the email in the chat where we should send the article?
Oh yeah, just here, I'll put my email in here. It's just dennis@blitzmetrics.com. And of course, I'm available on all the different networks, so you can find me there. All right, cool. So Jessica, we have time for one more?
Yes, basically we have we have more questions coming in, but we have basically 3 websites people put in the Q&A box. I don't think we have time to go through Join Holder's website, but I think Join has a very general question, which is the question for all of us, how to get more traffic onto the website. So you can cover that question when you audit the other 2 websites. We'll go first.
Well, you got to run ads. You got to run ads and build your list off of this. This we see this all the time with fashion, beauty, e-com sites. That you've got what looks like a Shopify site, but you got to run ads. I think TikTok and Instagram ads are going to be killer for you. Yeah, it's a Shopify site. So just because you build the shopping cart, this happens all the time in e-com. Just because you build a shopping cart doesn't mean people are going to come by. You have to spend money on ads. And then it's a matter of how well they convert, what your ROAS and LTV are, all the classic metrics in e-com with advertising. So we can cover that more next month. Come next month, we'll audit this in more detail.
So we'll do a more complete audit for our Arlie or Arali. Sorry,
Really?
I already unmuted you, so you should be able to talk. And then we will wrap up with Valentino Tours. Alex is not here, so you just do a quick audit for Alex to wrap up this session. But we'll go with Arali first.
Okay. Hey, Relly, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Wow. I want some of this pizza. So you're in Newark. Okay. East Bay. So the thing is, you're not posting very much on social. And social is what's going to drive Yelp and Google reviews and everything else here. So it's nice you have the social links, Instagram and Facebook. So have your daughter take a look at how this site, what are you using? Let's see, what did they build the site in? This is Wix. Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's another
Yeah.
Wix site. Well, we already talked about Wix and why you don't want to use Wix.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I'll just show you what your site looks like on mobile. Let's choose an iPhone 12. Now you see this? You don't want this. This is not good. This doesn't work. This is not. So if you're on an iPhone, just imagine this is an iPhone in your hand. Can you read the words here?
No.
So then what you do is you have to pinch and scroll. You ever been to a website where you're trying to visit on mobile, but you have to pinch and scroll to try to read the words or go back and forth like this? So you want to get off of Wix.
Yeah.
And you
Wow.
can basically just use social media
Well,
to
good.
power your site. So if I go look at your site, I'm going to close a bunch of these things here. Jarvis, Newark, California. Okay. Great reviews, great food. But your last review was quite a while ago. So you've got to encourage people to give you reviews. And then you take those reviews and then you post them here on your GMB, or you post them on all the different socials. Just basically take all the things that people say on social and then cross post it. If it comes on Twitter, post it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, website, Google My Business, whatever it comes in on, just post it across all the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I would say, because you've got photos and videos. Actually, you've got 20 days ago. Yeah, you've got to update this. You just got to keep it going. Do you have any videos?
I don't think so.
One video. What's this? Just this one? Yeah, put more videos. This
Okay.
video is from a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your daughter's in the restaurant?
Yeah, she helps me, but not today. She's
Okay. Yeah, but just, have like a customer wall or whatever, and just encourage people to share their stories. And as long as you don't have it incentivized where you say like, hey, if you give us a 5-star review, we'll give you a free flan or something, because that'll get you in trouble. Just find ways to elevate the whole thing with pizza and just restaurants in general is dominating Yelp and Google and Facebook and just getting tons of reviews. That's what you need. I'm not worried about the website, because on the website, all people come for is maps, directions, menu, and hours. That's it.
I see.
And if you're missing those items, then that's all people are looking for. Here, I'll just show you. Let's see. Do you answer those questions? Maps, directions, menu, hours. Hours. Where's the hours? Okay, this one here. You might even want to just put it here where it's easier to see.
Okay.
Yeah. And the location, where's the map? Make it the address. Put the address here, big. Put the phone number here,
Okay.
big. Yeah.
Okay.
And then get off of Wix.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah. This is great. You're doing great. You just need to fix a few basic things here and get more videos. You need tons of videos. You have a bunch of these pictures. Where's the video? Video is how you really captivate people.
Okay.
Cool. I had one of my best friends grew up in Livermore. I lived in Mountain View for a few years, so I would often go across over to the East Bay. So good job, Areli.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So Jessica, you said we'll take a quick look at Valentino Tours.
Yes, please.
All right. So this is for Alex, San Francisco-based company since 2022. Pictures of the bridge, SF, get new tour sales. What are we doing here? Trying to sell reservations. So I guess Valentino provides tours, or who is this? Uncategorized. Okay. So somebody has, what is this website using? WordPress. Okay. But there's not much content here and it doesn't rank on anything. So this site is really thin. It's not clear what we're trying to do. Blog at WordPress.com. Oh, WordPress.com blog. Okay. And if you do something here, like you're collecting an email address, instead of just saying enter your email address, make it very clear why would anyone put an email address in here? Like to get the 10 coolest spots in SF that tourists don't know about, or the 5 best places to eat, or, what is it that the 10, 7 most awesome places to take pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge. You give them a reason to sign up. And otherwise there's no information here. Like here you've got pictures, but it's not clear what Valentino Tours are. What do you do? Like provide them with like transportation, or you're a tour guide, or otherwise you're just competing against all these other random people on TripAdvisor, right? It's not really clear what's going on here. So the website, you need to, oh, now it's just linking. Okay. So this is a relatively new website, I would assume, because it's just linking to Facebook, the homepage. Why would you want to promote Facebook's homepage? Let's see if I can find it here. Valentino Tours. This one, tour services, Guerrero, San Francisco, 2 reviews, Facebook. Yeah. You just gotta show what you do and show social proof, show what customers like, show why they would choose you over all the other random tour guides in San Francisco. SVS. What does that mean? Book your car service. That was 5 years ago. Oh, here's what you do. Transportation company, tourist sightseeing, go to the airport, brand new SUVs, good driver. Okay. So instead of saying this, show the cars, show the different drivers. Hey, this is Alex. I'm one of the drivers. I've been doing this for 18 years. Whatever it is. Your website doesn't do anything for you. Doesn't even show up. But I bet you your Facebook and Instagram are probably better, but you got to run ads. I think local is going to be so key for you. If you optimize your Google My Business, which doesn't have anything here, you just gotta, here's Alex, keep going drive 6 years ago. Yeah, you just got to put more information here. People, they can't buy from you unless they know more about who you are. So hopefully you find that helpful, and then come back next month and let's see how you're doing, right? Anyone here apply, even if you didn't get audited, didn't get a chance to get a review, apply some of these techniques, come back next month and let's see how you're doing. Be ready to share your Google Analytics, and let's go in and see. Go in and share your Google My Business, or let's go look at your Google My Business next month. All right.
Yeah, I got so inspired. I realized that our Google My Business is so crappy.
Everyone's got
we didn't really have time to manage it, but we usually have business by referrals, and plus we're a nonprofit, so it's not that important. It's not a priority for us. But if anyone can leave us a Google review comment, that would be great. I just have my second review coming in.
We're donating all this time, providing all this help. We've been doing it for over a year. So the least you could do is go to the San Francisco SBDC and just leave a review. And if you thought that this was helpful and you got a lot of value, that would be, we're not charging anything. We're not selling anything. We're just trying to help you.
Yeah, and San Francisco Public Library too. They're a great co-host as well for this webinar. I mean, appreciate that if you leave more reviews, more people can actually benefit from our first services. So for those of you who raised your hand but didn't get a chance to speak, I apologize for it. We're running out of time already, 10 minutes over our stop time. But you do have a chance to come back next month. This is a concurrent webinar every month at almost the third Wednesday of every month. So you're welcome to join in the future. I mean, as Dennis mentioned, a lot of the things he shared actually apply to everyone, not just one business. And also he just made a great offer. Can you repeat that offer again?
So if you write a blog post summarizing key points that you learned from this episode, any particular, maybe your business got audited in a good way. This is not an IRS audit. Or maybe you watch any of the recordings from the last year that we've done this and you turn it into a helpful article that actually has examples and screenshots and tips that's actually helpful for other businesses who want to rank better in Google, who want to improve their SEO, who want to fix their website. Do that. Send that to me. My email is dennis@blitzmetrics.com. I will link to you. I will publish your article as a guest post on my site. And from that article, I will link to you for SEO purposes, because you want to rank in Google. You want to have someone with a high-powered site like mine link to yours. And those links can be worth thousands of dollars. So I'm giving away that for free, but you have to create content that's worthy of my blog, right? Because if it's just some random thing, it's like, I would not like that Google would penalize us for doing that, right?
So if you do your homework, then Dennis will help you to market your business.
Yeah.
Can you remind me when you say 61 in ranking, what's a comparable to which celebrity's website?
It's ahead of 99.9% of all the websites out there.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So that's a great offer. I think that was probably thousands of dollars there. If you see the opportunity and just grab it. And I think this is one of the best offer from out of this webinar. So don't miss it.
There you go. Well,
all right. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Dennis, for your time, and enjoy Las Vegas. And I hope to see you next month.
Thank you, Jessica. And also shout out to Kirsty. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Kirsty. Thank you so much for facilitating the chat box. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Catch you on social.